Welcome all. In today's session, we will be discussing about importing modules in Python. So here, in this session, we will be discussing about how we can import the modules. Certain tasks when we want to perform, those in order to perform those tasks, we need to import those particular modules. These modules are already available in Python, but when we want to use these particular modules, we need to import them. The very first module what we are going to study in today's session is about the math module. So as the word itself says math, whenever you want to perform any mathematical functions, we can use this math module. Suppose you want to calculate the square root, you calculate something logarithmic functions, or whether you want to calculate the trigonometric functions and much more. So, in order to perform specific tasks which are based on mathematical functions, then you need to import that module. So, here is an example usage. We need to import math, the module which is already present. In order to use that, we need to import, that is to get it from the Python library. And then when I just say print of math dot square root, SQRT, so math dot square root will give me the square root of any number. Math dot factorial will give me factorial of a number. So by just importing this math module, I can perform various mathematical functions like square root, factorial. Math.py will give me the pi value, which is required to calculate the area of a circle or radius of a circle. If you want to calculate any trigonometric, so I will just say math dot sine, math in radians, that is in terms of degrees, it will give us. So let's demonstrate that in our Thorny IDE. So let's import the math module. And in order to perform that particular any mathematical function, we need to import it. That's it. And just we will calculate as print of math dot square root of 25, which will help me to calculate the square root of 25, that is 5. Then I can just calculate print of math dot factorial of 5. As we know, factorial is nothing but it is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. That is nothing but factorization. So it will give us 120. So by just using the math module, I can calculate my various functions in my Python. So let's check out with another module here. So the next module, what we are going to study, as we studied about the Python math module, now next one, what we are going to study is the random module. So here, as the word itself says random, random is nothing but anything. Randomly, if you want to generate anything, we will use this random module. The random module is used to generate random numbers for game, simulations, or cryptography. Simulations could be anything with respect to microscopic objects, blood simulations, anything. So different simulations, if you want to do, we can use this random module. So this random module will help me to generate the random numbers which are required. Now, in order to generate any random number between 1 to 10, that is in terms of integer type, so first I need to import that random module and then I will just say random.randint. Randint is an inbuilt function which help me to extract any or print any random numbers between 1 and 10. So 1 to 10, any random number it will print. And if I want to print any floating point numbers between 0 and 1, I will just use that random function. If I use only the random.random function, it will give the floating point number, that is nothing but decimal point 0.0548, anything, 0, 1, anything between 0 to 1, and then If I want any integer to be printed, so I will just use random int. And if now, for example, if I pass any list which consists of fruits placed in that list, and if I want to choose randomly any fruit out of it, I can just use my choice function. So by using random function, I can do randomly pick any integer, randomly print any decimal point number between 0 and 1. And by using choice, I can just print it any element from the list by using the choice function. So let's check this out in our IDE. So let's stop the ongoing running code. Just let's comment this out and let's import our module, which is we are talking about the random module. And then I just say print random dot rand int, which will only print me the numbers randomly from 1 to 10. In that way, you can just give any 1 to 20 also, it will print you the random integer. So let's check that first. So you could see it's printing me 1. Let me rerun it. It's printing me 3. So every time I run, it's printing me different random numbers from 1 to 10. Suppose if I want to print random floating point number, it's n. So you could see it's printing 0.30794, all these random numbers. And I will just say print random dot. So let's print the list and see random dot using the choice inbuilt function. Let's pass the list here inside the square bracket. Apple, cherry, banana. So by using the choice inbuilt function, randomly it will print. Oh, where we have gone wrong. Double quotes. It says random takes no arguments, one given. Oh, it's not choice. It's the where we have done mistake. Okay, so this is random. So let's print a new one for print of random dot choice dot choice. Oops, spell mistake. And then let's stop the rerunning. And then let's pass it as apple, banana, cherry. Perfect. You could see it's randomly printing cherry. When I rerun it again, you could see it's randomly printing apple. So by using this random function, I can print random integers by using randint. I can print random floating point numbers between 0 to 1. And I can print a random choice by passing into the form of a list. So the module, what we are going to check is for the date and time. So the date and time module helps us in working with the date, times, and timestamps. So let's check it. By importing the date and time module, I can check the current date and time. I can check the current date of today's and the current time also. So let's check it by using that. By using the date module, I can check today's date, system date and time. So let's stop the ongoing running code. So let's comment this out first and import date time module. And then we'll take a variable now equal to date time dot date time dot now, and we'll just print the now variable. So I'm just importing the data and time module and I'm just printing that date. So you could see it's giving me the system date and time. So it's 17 hours, 17 minutes, 30 seconds, and 2025 to 15 indicates is the February. It's 15th February today. So by just importing our date and time module, I can calculate the system date, the time with respect to hours, minutes, and seconds. So this is how we can import different modules in Python and based on the specific task and then perform the different calculations. Thank you. Meet you up in the next session.